and everything is looking pretty good.
Our primary check indicates negative damage to the structural matrix, Don.
Roger, Phoebus 3, everything looking good.
We copy, Houston. Functional communicator base checks out.
We have a slight problem here at Mission Control, Phoebus 3. We seem to have lost our bleeping function. Afraid we're still on the air here, so you're going to have to try and speak without swearing somehow.
Roger, Houston. The condition is, green. Minimal to negative malfunction. Everything looking, good for retro thrust.
Congratulations, Phoebus 3. You came through good there.
Jesus Christ, did you see that? Houston, we appear to have some company. Can you identify?
You have Angels, Phoebus 3, Angels 1-5, and closing.
Affirmative copy, Houston. No markings. Do you guesstimate their hours?
No information, Phoebus 3. They appear to be wearing dresses.
Faggot angels?
They can't be real angels. The commies don't believe in God.
Take offensive action and take offensive action, Phoebus 3. You have Pentagon clearance on offensive action.
And the astonishing fact regarding the razor-edge balance of power in the nuclear arms race is that a simple misunderstanding, such as the one in the simulation we have just witnessed, could literally spark off World War III. Yes, it could happen by mistake. Any untoward train of circumstances, a drunken president, an armed satellite mistaking heaven for a Russian space base, could plunge us all into Armageddon. But now, on a lighter note, here's film of a Russian falling over in some snow in Leningrad. Clumsy, uncoordinated bastards, aren't they? Good night.
Our enemy, Simon. Have you ever wondered why we've never invaded Russia?
Well,
I'll tell you why, Simon. Because Russia as a country is very, very...
big?
Tells you it's good, sir.
Russia is big. It's enormous. Where do you live?
Manchester, sir.
Manchester's pretty big, isn't it?
Fairly big, sir, yes.
Well, let me tell you something, Simon. It's nowhere near as big as Russia. Russia is colossal. Your mother's colossal, isn't she?
No, sir, she's Russian.
Yes, I thought so. Smoke?
Fire.
Table?
Chair.
Knife?
Throat.
Good.
Evil.
Yeah, all right, Simon.
Forgive me for asking, sir, but exactly where is all this leading?
Not only is Russia very big, Simon, it's also miles away. That's where you come. We want you to steal it.
Steal it?
Steal it.
What do you mean?
We mean steal it, Major.
But why?
Why? Because it's the last thing they'd ever expect, that's why, Major.
And we think you're the man to do it.
But
you have an extensive knowledge of European wines and you're immensely attractive to women. Come.
Sir. What do you make of that, Major?
it's a bin liner, sir.
No, Major, it is not a bin liner. It's a country sack.
Country, sir?
Yes, a country sack. We developed these up at Virginia Water some 15 years ago, released them to the nation as bin liners, but they are in fact country sacks. You can get 5 kilos of Mother Russia in one of these innocent-looking bin liners, or you may prefer to send us Russia down the line in one of these.
An envelope.
Good. It's exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Glad to see you're still keeping pretty sharp, Simon.
I like to keep in shape, sir, yeah.
Good, good. Now, touching this project, I wanted to go home for the weekend, turn it over in your mind, come back, let me know what you think.
Well, I can tell you now, sir, the idea stinks.
Major!
It's all right, Colonel. He's the one who's got to go, after all. What makes you say that, Simon?
Well, the Russians are going to notice. I mean, they're not stupid.
What on earth gives you that idea? Of course they're stupid. You should read the papers more often, Simon. Now, the Colonel and I have something to show you. Colonel, would you please?
Russia, 1934, Major. I want you to pay particular attention to this piece of land here. 1979. There's a bit missing now called the Caspian Sea. The name was Q's idea. Britain, 1934. 1979. Norfolk. I think you'll agree we haven't exactly been idle, Major.
Training begins a week on Wednesday, Simon. The boys in Department 6 will debrief you. Take no notice, it's just their way. We have a flight booked for you on the 14th. Bon chance. I wonder why they call us the Few.
I think it's because we go around saying, "Few, I copped a cartload over Calais," that kind of thing.
Or, perhaps it's, few get shot down, Ginge. Can I have your sugar?
So you think the first of the few is short for the first of the people who say few?
A lot.
Yeah, the first of the people who say few a lot.
Yeah, I mean, people have said few before.
Yes, I remember my old governor used to think that few was the singular of fuse. To run about the house shouting, "Change that damn few, will you, someone?" But I think we say it most.
Well, I always thought it was short for refuse.
Refuse? The first of the refuse? Well, might be it. What do you think?
Well, because our young lives are being thrown away. Is that what you mean?
No, refuse. The first of the people to refuse to give in to Hitler's hordes.
Futile. Few is short for futile.
That's damn croaking, Taff. What do you mean by it?
12 raids, sir. 12 raids we've made on that German airfield, and what did we achieve? Shot a few tiles of a Nazi roof.
So you think the first of the few is short for the first of the people to shoot a few tiles off a Nazi roof? Were we the first, do you think?
No.
Well, Bimbo's bought it.
Phew, well, lucky he bought it before he crashed it. Squad would have gone up the wall.
At this rate, there'll be none of us left soon.
Yes, well, there were precious few of us to begin with.
That's it. You've got it, that's it.
What? The first of the precious?
Yes.
Well, glad we got that sorted out.
Do you know what really scares me about this damn war?
What's that, old horse?
The fact that I might get hurt or killed.
That's a strange thing, Bill, because I've got exactly the same chilling phobia.
I'll tell you what, I shall be pretty glad when we stand down and I can get these ruddy legs off.
Me too.
Do you think that's what they mean by stand down? Chance to uncork the pins?
I suppose sorry about that.
Ah, that's sick, that is.
What?
That sort of runny, carroty stuff on the ground.
Yes, that's sick.
Fact is stranger than fiction. Or so a fat American smoking a cigar just said. And even in our modern, air-conditioned world, the weirdest things can happen. Not me, you say. This is 1974. All that hookery, pamookery stuff is just for kids and Orson Welles. But can you honestly say you've never sat alone at night, listening fearfully for the voice of your long-gone, stillborn child crying, "Mommy, Mommy"? Sure, you can shrug it off. This is 1974. It's just the voice of a stillborn child. But fate will always take a hand in tales of the barely credible.
Do you mind just stepping in here for a moment, please, Miss Perkins?
John,
Miss Perkins.
we are about to elope, John. Can't you be just a little more informal?
Very well, Perkins. I have it all arranged. Marjorie will be here in 15 minutes.
Oh, John, I can't help feeling that killing Marjorie is wrong.
I love you, Perkins, and I will have you. I control my own destiny.
The wife says,
Right, bring her in. Marjorie, you've been too good to me. Too fair, too loving. You've strangled me with your love. I despise you. I'm going to shoot you and form a limited company with my secretary, whom I adore. The bullet went straight through you.
Yes,
John?
Yes, what?
John, the police have just called. Marjorie's been killed by the ghost of her stillborn child.
Well, certainly didn't expect that.
We come to what I consider to be the most fascinating part of our tour, and of course, to our brief stay in Zombieland. And Zombieland means quite literally land of zombies, and it certainly lived up to its name. There were zombies aplenty. In fact, you simply could not throw a knobbercock without hitting a zombie, so you had to be very careful indeed.
Excuse me, Miss Arnold. I'm probably being awfully dense here, but what exactly is a knobbercock?
Interestingly enough, it's very similar in shape and function to the ordinary English vegetable shredder.
Like a Magimix?
Not quite like a Magimix, no. More like a RoboChef. Only the knobbercock has a longer flex for retrieval after the throw.
You know, occasionally you do have to hand it to these dark chaps. I've often looked at my wife's food processor and thought it would make a damn handy weapon if you were to hurl it at somebody's head, and there she is feeding it carrots.
Could we get on, please? I should be wanting to drill my scouts in here in about half an hour.
I had been carried in a litter to the edge of the village. I dismissed the litter and proceeded on foot. That was my name for him. His full name was Footswally. In a silence, broken only by the steady bleeping of Footswally's digital watch, which he had fashioned himself from a conker, we crept forward and were soon privileged to behold the most marvellous sight, the awesome spectacle of two rhinoceroses involved in the beautiful act of having a little cuddle.
Oh, you know what she's talking about, don't you? Snogging.
Oh, horrid, how perfectly horrid, how thoroughly horrid.
Anyway, I didn't spot it, but at some point, Prince Charming must have asked his pretty miss to marry him, because he went sort of... like that, which in rhino speak must mean something like, will you give me a piggyback, please? And little Madam Hard to Get went, and killed him. It's most extraordinary. I'm sure it was meant to be a playful smack. And then she sat down and ate almost all of one of his back legs.
What a stirring tale, Miss Arnold. The simple account of two rhinos instinctively involved in the glory of animal sex. It reminds us humans of what we have lost through our prudish domesticity. I don't mind admitting that when I've tried the same sort of thing, it had nothing of the God-given excitement and holy passion that you've just described. Of course, my rhino was a tame one.
Next week, we will continue our little journey up the Nile Delta. Before I finish, let me just leave you with the I want to be more than just a friend call of the wild quagga.
Halfway through the show now, Liverpool on 530 and Bristol on 380. Still lots of time to go. Here's your next starter for 10. Novels of John Buchan. What are the 39 steps? Morton, Liverpool.
The 39 Steps is an organisation of spies. Each step represents...
Well, you've certainly added quite a few new features since I last had a shifty at the pad, Alan.
Pad, Bernard?
Yeah, it's the new young person's word for house. Rather good, I thought.
That's wog talk, Bernard. I won't have it here. Not that I'm being racist, you understand. Marvellous sense of rhythm.
Oh, yes. Marvellous. Yeah, I was particularly impressed by the new electric toothbrush installation.
Oh, yes. It's a simple AC/DC function. Put Sue in hospital, though.
Really?
I warned her that her mouth had to be absolutely dry before she used it. Simple electrics. Burned her tongue clean off. Still, she's very good. She doesn't talk about it.
Bit of a bonus for you there, I'd have thought, Al. No more nag.
Well, I expect I shall buy her a pencil and pad, bless her.
Still, the sitting room doesn't seem to have changed much, Alan.
Ah, no, that's where you're wrong, you see, Bernard. I've actually gone for the Swedish look.
The Swedish look?
Yeah, I've converted it into a fallout shelter. You see, I was thinking, if we're going to give old Ivan the ruddy good hiding he deserves, things could get a little dicey on the house front. I got some advice from the council and did the conversion myself.
And it's safe now, is it?
Oh yes, totally safe, yeah. What you do, you see, in the event of war, is you draw the curtains, like so. Yeah, you see? And it's totally safe. Apparently it's even better if you can line them with Bako foil, but I got no idea where Sue keeps it. I'm useless in the kitchen.
Oh, me too. I try and be a help, but I'm more of a hindrance, really. Breaking cups all over the place.
Of course, all I really expect this feature to do is to withstand the initial blast, you know.
What, the thermonuclear one?
That's right, yeah. I can't really approve of all this skulking about after the event, trying to avoid radiation sickness. Get outside and walk it off, I say. You know, if it means a few more days in bed, then so much the better, eh?
Lucky dog, eh? Waited on hand and foot, hot toddy here, slap and tickle there, eh?
Because, of course, I missed all that in the last one. Too young.
Missed all what?
All that free sex in the war.
A lot of free sex in the war, was there?
Oh, oodles of it. Couldn't move without tripping over some rutting Yank. War's like that, you know. Splendid.
I don't know if I'd want to be rutted by a Yank, honestly.
Oh, yes, it can be marvellous. Just like being at school again.
I was rutted by a pole once.
With a pole or by a pole?
By a pole in a field.
I was rutted by a Swede once.
With a Swede or by a Swede?
With a Swede by a chum in a greengrocer's. Actually, I've got a bowl of fresh fruit over there, Bernard, if you're interested. You care to...
I bless you, I won't, Alan.
No?
Bless you.
No. Just as you like. Yeah. It's just that Sue always keeps some in for conventional... Conventional purposes, yeah. Nothing funny about our relationship. The only thing that Sue's ever likely to do with an apple is push it up her bottom.
Gentlemen and ladies, I think all of us around this table can take some small satisfaction from the thought that despite this nation's being subjected to 4 days of sustained Muscovite thermonuclear assault, Grimsdyke Borough Council is meeting as usual and in good order. It's more than I think we'll be able to say for Sugden District Council.
Aye, well, that's one in the eye for Mr. Red Wilkinson. School milk, hospitals, nuclear-free zone, I ask you.
Well, they've certainly got egg on their faces now.
If they've got any faces left, which I doubt.
I'll tell you one thing, once the people of Sugden find out their council's been caught with trousers down, I think we can pretty much rely on the whole of West Lancashire turning Tory come next election. Yeah. Right, well, time presses on, so I think we'd better turn our attention to the civil administration of the borough once hostilities have actually ceased.
Yeah.
So...
I'm particularly concerned for the old folk.
The old folk.
I'm also particularly concerned for the welfare of the old folk.
Absolutely. Yes. This council is careful, but caring.
Well, in which case I move that we designate the relief programme strictly Grimsdyke ratepayers only.
Yes, Chief Constable?
Well, it seems to me, Alderman Smythe, that my first concern must be for the looting.
You grab what you can, Chief.
Thank you, I will. But I would be happier if we could institute some kind of curfew. Perhaps everybody under a brick by 7, say?
Would that be all of everybody's body, Chief Constable? Because as a doctor, I anticipate that collecting up the individual bits might prove quite a problem. Especially for the old folk.
Chief Constable, I feel I must stress at this point my particular concern for the welfare of our old folk.
Although the last thing they want is charity.
Oh, exactly. Molly coddled them with subsidies and handouts, and they won't thank you for it because they're very proud, the old folk.
Very proud. Well, if there's nothing further...
Smythe.
Certainly,
yes,
Mrs. W.
I just thought I'd like to ascertain that my concern for the old folk has been duly noted.
It has been duly noted, Mrs. W. It does you, if I may say so, great credit.
Great. Well done.
Right, well, I think that just about wraps everything up. So, I think we can safely adjourn until the same time tomorrow, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Station. the hoovered carpet. Eyes are glowing in the light. It's the silence you can see. Hearing shadows behind me. Nails are scratched upon the outside of the empty chapel door. But I don't think that our Father wants to live there anymore. There's no bones for you to pick, no more wax around the wick. Shut the arrow from the circle at the apple on the tree, from a garden that was Eden. Strange the fruit it bears for me.